Hello, friends, fans, followers, and people who can't really figure out how they got here today. My name is Beth Z, your nerdy best friend, and I have breaking news. Remember when I told you about Google Photos and how amazing it is? And I put it in my book and I said, it's going to be free. It's free forever and everybody loves it and we're all perfect with it. Well, yeah, not so much. This week, Google Photos confirmed that it's going to start charging. But wait, there are a couple of things that you need to know. They're not going to start charging until June 1st, 2021. What that means is that everything you have uploaded before that date doesn't count toward your new 15 gigabyte limit. And that 15 gigabyte includes some other stuff. So it's something you need to take action on. But if you haven't started using Google Photos, it's something you can take action on right now. I highly recommend you go ahead and take advantage of this before time runs out. But the question you may be thinking about is why? Why should I bother with Google Photos? I've been storing my photos somewhere else. I've got them in Dropbox. I've got them on my computer. What difference does it make? And the answer is all in the artificial intelligence that Google uses. Now, I'll admit, this falls under the category of hashtag helpful but creepy. But it's something that will help you out so much in the next few years. Let me show you how it works. So this is my Google Photos, and using artificial intelligence, it uses facial recognition, object recognition, spatial recognition. I don't even know what it does, but it helps me keep track of everybody and everything in all of my photos. So they're not just a big old pile of things. It helps me keep track of all of my photos and videos and helps me find people I need to find, places I need to find, days I need to remember very, very quickly. So here we are with my Google Photos, and the circles here are faces and pets it has recommended. So, or it is recognized. So I'm going to click here and show you. Now it's asking me, so every time I come here, it's trying to improve its facial recognition. So it's asking me if this is the same or different person. Believe it or not, it is me because I was using a filter that day. So here are all the faces and pets it is recognized. It can go in and find this pet, not just a cat, this cat, or this cat. And here is what I love about it. Sadly, we lost my father-in-law a couple years ago. And when we lost him, I was asked to put together a little montage of pictures. And so I got a bunch of pictures of him that we could use. So I uploaded them to Google Photos and other things so that I would have this repository I could work from. So here is my father-in-law closer to the end. And if you look down here, it recognizes him in all the pictures. Even when I did an artistic piece on the picture, here's him with his family. Even when I put a fun collage together with his name, all kinds of fun things. Here's him with his sons. Here's him. I put one of his sons who wasn't there that day. I photoshopped him in a very bad way. I did funny little videos, all kinds of things with his son. But here's the deal. We got all these archival pictures from a bunch of people so that I could put together this montage. So as I scroll down, here he was when he was older. Here he was multiple years before that, right? Let's see. Here he was multiple years before that, 4 years before it, 3 years. Now here is somebody kissing a picture of him. Here he was in 2012. Again, he's getting younger in these pictures. Here he was multiple years earlier. Now, what happened was in 2009, somebody scanned in a whole bunch of photos. So a lot of these photos were scanned in the same day. So they are all marked 2009. But look at this. Here he is. Here he is. These don't look like the picture of him closer to the end. He is very definitely younger, and it's a different format, and it's a different place, and it's a different time. But it found and recognized his pictures throughout the years, different quality of pictures, different moments, Here's them at the Hall of Fame. You can barely see his picture there, but it recognized him. Here he is with two ladies. Here he is again when he was older. All of these it recognized automatically without me having to do it. And this is just one person. My nephews, one of them's now 17, one of them's 14. It recognized them from birth, from their infant pictures and throughout the years. It is that creepy. It is that good. And I love Google Photos mainly for this reason. Because now, instead of having, like you, I have tens of thousands of pictures, I have video clips, I have all kinds of things from throughout the years, and I can quickly find things. I can quickly find dates, I can quickly find events, I can quickly find locations, and it makes it so much easier. Now, going back to the reasons why. First off, I want you to think about your family members and your memories. So much of what we have is archival. We actually digitized a whole bunch of our pictures, our family photos, using a service, and my dad loves them. We took years and years of photos, and he watches them on a screensaver of all the different memories and things. But all of those are now archived, so we can search through them. Think about that Easter or that Memorial Day party, and you had all those pictures. All of those things you can find and put together little montages. Very sadly, like I said, my father-in-law passed away and we wanted to make montages of that. But we also have celebrations. Like if somebody's getting married, you can very quickly search for their faces and get pictures of them throughout the time to embarrass them at their wedding. So think about it for your family and your memories. For businesses, it's even got more capabilities. So, as a small business, as an entrepreneur, as a realtor, whatever you are, you've got lots of photos that have to do with your business. Throw them all in Google Photos, give it a couple of days to work its magic, and then it'll all be sorted by date, by time, by place, and you can go back and search through. If you're a realtor, for example, again, you can search for communities you've taken pictures in or parties you've had. If you are a construction company, for example, you can search for certain pictures that you took from certain projects or bulldozers or certain staff members so that you could celebrate them at the end. There's so many different ways that you can celebrate and use this service when you have that search capability. Another thing that even though they are cutting down on the amount of space they give you, this can serve as your archive. So if you have a fire or if your phone dies and all of your photos are lost, you've got a backup somewhere of all those photos you have. If you want more space, you can subscribe to Google One. This is not such a bad idea. Let me show you why. Google One has the storage for a bunch of different things. Another slight difference is that when you were using the free version of Google Photos, it uploaded it in what it called high quality versus the complete higher res of what your original was. So it compressed them a little bit, not a whole lot. They're still good for printing. They're still good for looking at certainly online, but it compressed them a little bit. With Google One, you can upload the highest resolution, and it's not that expensive. I have the 100 gigabyte level. It's $20 a year. It's $30 a year for 200 gigabyte. Now, when you get up into the terabyte, it's very comparable to what I pay for Dropbox, but it still is pretty reasonable. Now, you can use other archives as well. Apple Photos does have artificial intelligence that it uses for the search, but it's not nearly as good. I have searched for certain people and things like that. It doesn't recognize nearly as much. It may get better, probably will get better, but right now Google still has the king as far as I'm concerned on that. It's up to you because there are options out there. So you can sign up for Google One for a small amount of money. You can upload all of yours right now before June 1st and take advantage of that search. You won't be charged for that data. Once June 1st hits, it's just everything you upload before that or after that. Or you could do nothing and use your own service because it's all up to you. This is your nerdy best friend saying nerd on, and thanks for listening.